Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
This Saturday, get ready for 4 game-changing webinars that could transform your money, mindset and future. 10 a.m. we have 1 crore lump sum strategy webinar. Ria had savings but kept waiting for the right time to invest. One decision could have fast-tracked her to 1 crore, but she missed out. Don't make the same mistake. Learn how a one-time investment can take you to 1 crore faster. Join us on this webinar. 11 a.m. we have Knowing Your Potential. Arjun always thought wealth was just for the lucky ones until he discovered the key engines of financial success. What if you are sitting on untapped potential? Unlock the secrets to accelerating your wealth. Register now. At 11 a.m. we have another webinar, The Future of Fashion, Thrifting and Rentals. Indian weddings mean lavish spending, but Gen Z is rewriting the rules. Sustainable budget-friendly fashion is taking over. Are you ready for the shift? Register for this webinar. At 12 p.m. we have Secret Budgeting and Investing Hacks. Neha earned well, but had nothing left at the end of the month. Then she found the formula to make her money work for her. And you can too. Master smart money management and make every rupee count. Don't miss this. And this webinar is exclusive for women. 4 power pack sessions, 1 unmissable Saturday. Limited seats, so register now.
If you're an investor in the markets, you're probably wondering what are some things that you can do with your portfolio right now. It's been a volatile year so far. You've had an earning season that has been a little bit disappointing for many investors, and other asset classes are actually looking pretty attractive today. So in this context, it's important to reflect on what are some investment actions that we can take today. The first thing that we can do is to revise our expectations downwards. If you've been an SIP investor over the last few years, one of the things that you would have noticed is that your month-on-month returns have been positive. But as you head closer into 2025 and you look at your recent performance, you might be a little disappointed with the portfolio that you've constructed. You might have lost that steam and that confidence to continue your monthly contributions. But SIPs are not a tool where you're supposed to get continuously positive returns, because the whole power of compounding kicks in when you average your costs, which means you have to have those ups and downs, and then your SIP tends to help you perform through the tougher phases of the market as well. If this is your first step, I think you also need to anchor your return expectations to a lower number, because what we've seen in the last few years is not representative of a normal cycle in a market. It's only one part of the market cycle, and we need to zoom out and then figure out that, okay, there could be other phases of the market cycle and anchor to a more normal expectation. We also need to understand that if we have more niche, thematic or sectoral investments, then performance comes in bursts, which means you'll have short periods of high performance and then longer periods of neutral or negative performance in these sectors and themes. Once we're aware of this, we can figure out where we are in a particular cycle and then adjust our portfolios according to that. This brings us to our second point, which is rebalancing portfolios. If you're someone who's been checking your portfolio value on a daily basis, one thing that you would have noticed is that it changes a lot. And this can be anxiety inducing, but let's not allow the markets to really get to us at an emotional level. What we really need to do is look at the bright side and see what this represents for us. If you're someone who's reviewed your portfolio, there are definitely certain things or actions that you should be taking out, whether it's in terms of selling certain investments or buying fresh investments, and volatility actually gives us more windows of opportunity. So if the market's up on a particular day, or if your stocks are up on a particular day and there were things that you were supposed to exit, maintain that discipline and get out of those investments. The idea here is that sometimes we anchor to a particular exit number, and when we reach that in the market, we become a little bit more hopeful and more confident that the markets will continue to go up. But here we need to be a lot more disciplined and a lot more careful and stick to those exit numbers that we agreed on. Similarly, when it comes to entering certain ideas, we need to be a little bit more cautious and be aware of what the downside risks are or what the short term looks like, because this can help us pace out our newer investments. And this pacing out will help you weather the volatility that comes with the market, and you won't feel too bad about losing too much when you're making your initial transactions. So the third and most important thing that an investor needs to do today is to review their near-term goals. Many of us have had the luxury of relying on our equity portfolios to provide for short-term goals in the last few years. That's not something we can bank on anymore. So it's important to look at what your goals are over the next 1, 2, or 3 years, and accordingly keep some money aside from the market to provide for these goals. At the same time, reviewing your long-term goals can help you decide how much you're going to participate in the markets this year, and stretching your savings could be a big winner for you. If you found any of these investment actions helpful, then like this video and share it with somebody who can benefit from this information.